Okay, let's begin with it steadily now. Welcome back, guys. This is the next book for summary I am having, known as Happiness Express, written by Khurshid Batliwala and Dinesh Ghodke. And as you can see, these both are IIT graduates, and they did their BTech from IIT. And basically, these are the two persons who are running now some programs in Art of the Living. You may be aware of that. So let me just give you a summary that what this book says. This book is basically divided into um chapters, the things that you can do in your daily life to be more happy. Um, the basic chapters are over here. It starts with brain, sleep, meditation, food, exercise, learning, the Feynman technique, mind mapping and radial thinking, focus mind mapping, memory, procrastination, and happiness sutras. So basically, I'll give you what the summary, what are basically the things that are present in this book. So when you start with the first chapter, that is brain. What are the sections that are there? That how does learning happen? You should be careful about what you do, the anatomy of inspiration, and do one thing at a time. So I'm not going to detail you everything. If it is quite good, then I'll be detailing it, or if it is quite worthy of it. Then a second chapter is sleep. It's having good quotes and poems on sleep if you go through the book. Sleep deprivation, if you are having, then it can kill. It can be expensive. It can make you dumb. It accelerates aging. It makes you fat and sick. Then the book moves on that how much sleep you should have. Sleeping brain, it talks about sleeping brains. Then it gives out the 8 steps for absolutely smashing sleep that you have. That you should not have your coffee after some time in afternoon. Then you should ban blue and white light after sunset. Basically, we are sitting with the mobile phones and laptops after that, which are basically working on blue and white light. Then make your bedroom into a sleep heaven. Sleeping positions, 3 positions have been given in the book. Bedtime ritual, wake up smiling, and then the chapter ends with sleep depth and mapping. Next chapter is meditation. This talks about the advantages that are there. There's a term which is plastic brains that is given. Then there's a topic that talks about Gandhiji and meditation. There are basically 3 golden rules that are given before you sit for your meditation. These are that I want nothing, I will do nothing, and I am nothing. And it's like when you start your meditation, you should think of these 3 things for the first 5 to 10 minutes. And then this chapter ends with frequently asked questions. Then next is your food. In food, they talk about microbiome, as I have already mentioned in my previous summary that I gave. This is basically what you have in your gastrointestinal tract. Perfect diet, energy. It says what all of sweeteners you should not have, vitamins and minerals, good food to eat. It's like great carbs, powerful proteins, fantastic fats, superfoods. It's also the there are two most important questions that are there. One is what you are eating, and second is when you are eating. So basically, there's a section which talks about when to eat. Then liquid, it talks about water, eating ritual, and you should chew your food a lot because it helps in digestion and various other benefits are there. The next chapter is exercise. You should move. Then it talks about neurogenesis, mind, the body, pain, 5-star property, walking tall, sitting right. You should move it. And these are all the chapters. This basically says that you should do some physical activity each day, should not be sitting. Then next chapter is learning. It talks about the learning advantage, then a learning slump, learning zone, and performance zone. So it says that you should learn something each day because if you are not learning, then you are going into a learning slump. The next chapter is the Feynman technique. This is like they've given one limit formula that you would have seen when you were in class 11th or 12th or after that. So Feynman technique comes from there. Then it is basically that how do you write everything that you have, any point, any thought you have, you should write it on paper, and it gives you the ways through which to go. It starts from title and goes to go public. It's like you should write everything on the paper. Then next is mind mapping and radial thinking. This is basically if you are thinking of like planning a vacation. Now let me take the example that has been given in the book. Uh, it's like how to mind map everything. Mind map, if you have seen some graphs that are there, I'll show you the graphs that are there once we are done. It's like there's a box in between, then there are lines, then there are boxes on the outer side, and you write everything in that. So that is mind mapping. Next chapter is on focus mind mapping. Then next is on memory. So memories are connections, relevance, and memory palace has been stated in the book. Then next chapter is procrastination. Procrastination is basically the thing that you delay everything for the last. The author says that you should not do it, and they have given you wonderful quotes and drawings that give you the benefits of not procrastinating. There is basically a STAR technique that is given, STAR star. That is, you should start now, you should take small steps, you should add a break, and reward yourself for every work you have done. Then, the last is Happiness Sutras. Basically, what are the main sutras that are there? A seed will inevitably become a tree. Your experience is rock, not the things. People matter. Then there are four things that how you should share with them. Rewire your brain, and the book mainly ends with the Happiness Express or the train, where they give the overall idea that is there. So let me show you how the book is. See, wonderful, wonderful slopes, then all diagrams that are there, number of diagrams as you can see. Food. I just wanted to show you the mind mapping part so that you have, this is exercise. This is the formula, the Feynman technique formula, and they say how do you form this. They've used it to say how do you write about things. Yeah, this is mind mapping. Now see, this is like when you make your vacation plans, and this is what mind mapping is, right? Packaging, vacation packaging, and then drawing these boxes, then drawing these sub boxes, and then drawing these lines. So this is what the author says, it helps you develop neurons in the brain. And number of other things that are there. Grease, beautify, these three chapters on your neural networks, then wonderful headings, wonderful, there are a number of exercises that are given, and you can look to it. Basically, it's a good book, and the book ends with appendix on Shishi Ravi Shankar, and the programs which they take. These two are the authors, Khurshid and Dinesh. So, good written book. You may go for it. It was written in 2018, and it's very simply written in a very simple English. Nothing very. It's fine. You can read this book. A very easy book. Maybe you will get happier with this book. It's not that you. It's a medicine of being happy, but by changing ways in which your lifestyle goes, from your sleep to your other things, food, you may get happy as time passes. So, thank you everyone. This is the book, The Happiness Express by Khurshid Batliwala and Dinesh Khorge.